Telecommunications in Hungary include radio, television, fixed and mobile telephones, and the Internet. Radio and television. Hungary has a mix of state-supported public and private broadcasters. Hungary's digital transition has been postponed to the end of 2014. Radio stations, 3 state-supported public service radio networks and 2 major national commercial stations, a large number of local radio stations including commercial, public service, non-profit, and community stations. 17 AM, 57 FM, and 3 shortwave stations. Television stations. The 3 publicly owned and 2 privately owned TV stations are the major national broadcasters. A large number of special interest channels, about 2/3 of viewers utilize satellite and cable TV services. 35 plus 161 low-power repeaters. Telephone. Calling code. International call prefix. Main lines. 3.0 million lines in use. 51st in the world. Mobile network. 11.6 million lines. 72nd in the world. 117 lines per 100 persons. Telephone system. Modernized and capable of satisfying all requests for telecommunication service. Digitized and highly automated system. Trunk services are carried by fiber optic cable and digital microwave radio relay. A program for fiber optic subscriber connections was initiated in 1996. Competition among mobile network service providers has led to a sharp increase in the use of mobile phones since 2000 and a decrease in the number of fixed-line connections, fiber optic cable connections with all neighboring countries. The international switches in Budapest. Asterisk satellite Earth stations. 2 Intelsat, 1 Inmarsat, 1 very small aperture terminal. Internet. Top-level domain. Who Internet users. 7.2 million users. 47th in the world. 72% of the population. 45th in the world. 6.2 million users. 41st in the world. Internet hosts. 3.1 million hosts. 33rd in the world. IPv4. 5.5 million addresses allocated. 0.1% of the world total. 550.9 addresses per 1,000 people. Fixed broadband. 2.3 million subscriptions. 36th in the world. 22.9% of the population. 41st in the world. ADSL appeared in Hungary in 2001 and ADSL 2+ in late 2005. The main broadband internet providers are T-Home, Cello, Invitel, Externet, Amitel, Monortel, Pantel, TVNet, TV Network, Vivanet, and Digi. Smaller providers, such as Tigernet or HDSnet, are mainly available in the city of Budapest. Mobile broadband. Wireless broadband. 2.3 million subscriptions. 61st in the world. 23.1% of the population. 64th in the world. The mobile broadband providers include Telenor services, LTE, HSDPA, 3G, Edge, GPRS solutions to use your mobile phone to connect to the Internet. Technologies, WCDMA, CDMA 2000, CDMA TDD. Availability, 3G service available in major cities. Budapest, Miskolc, Nyíregyháza, Debrecen, VESZ, PRE Acute M, PE Acute CS, Sirefoc, Zombadli, Tartabanya, Sexferevar, Kexkamet, Jaya, Sijd. T-Mobile services, GSM, Edge, 3G, HSDPA. Availability, LTE, 3G service available in major cities. Vodafone services LTE, 3G, GPRS solutions to use your mobile phone to connect to the Internet. Availability: 3G service available in many towns. Internet censorship and surveillance. There is no Openet initiative country profile, but Hungary is shown as no evidence of filtering in all areas on the only global Internet filtering maps. There are no reports that the government monitors email or Internet chat rooms. Individuals and groups engage in the peaceful expression of views via the Internet, including by email. On the 15th of July 2014, at the request of Hungary's National Tax and Customs Authority, the National Media and Info-Communications Authority temporarily blocked access to 7 gambling-related sites for 3 months. An up-to-date list of blocked gambling-related sites is published by the Tax and Customs Authority. The Constitution and law provide for freedom of speech and of the press, and the government generally respects these rights in practice. The Constitution and law prohibit arbitrary interference with privacy, family, home, or correspondence, and the government generally respects these prohibitions in practice. European Commissioner Kroes, NGOs, and the foreign press raised concerns that provisions of the new media laws requiring balanced reporting and registration of media outlets lacked clear limits and could be interpreted to include blogs. The government and the National Media and Info-Communication Authority argued that, in practice, blogs would be exempt from these requirements on the basis that they are not considered business endeavors. Internet tax and protests. In October 2014, thousands of Hungarians protested in Budapest against a planned new tax on Internet data transfers, which they said would not only increase the tax burden but would also curb fundamental democratic rights and freedoms. The draft tax bill contains a provision for Internet providers to pay a tax of 150 forints per gigabyte of data traffic, though it would also let companies offset corporate income tax against the new levy. On the 29th of October 2014, an estimated 100,000 Hungarians marched in protest of the tax on Internet data. Internet developers at Soltva addressed the marches, saying, "The Internet tax is a symbol of the government's despotism. We not only need to defeat the tax, we need to believe that we are capable of criticizing and influencing the state." One-time Socialist Party member and critic of the tax, Balázs Gulyás, who inspired the week of growing protests from Facebook, said, "This is limiting free access to the Internet and information. It is an attempt to create a digital iron curtain around Hungary." Government representative Zoltán Kovács denied the tax was meant to curtail debate not controlled by the ruling Fidesz party.